This is your last section for Chapter 2. This section is change expressed as a percent. Now change, we're not talking about like money change. We're talking about how much things change, like how much they differ from one to the next. So what we're going to be doing is finding the percent change, and we are going to skip this second part. So you do not have to write down this part. And I just underlined it. I meant to cross it out. Do not write that part. Okay. All right. Here's what I would like you to basically do everything here. Okay. I can't write that. Write down that whole entire section and make sure when you're doing this, you know, that this kind of stuff, whether it's underlined or circled, or make sure that, you know, it's easy to pick out that this is a big thing, percent change, and then you know where to go to for your formula. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to go to copy it down. Okay. So this is an entire section is about taking change and turning it into how much it changed. So if pizza is normally $12 and they're offering it to you for a sales price, you know, for $6 or $9 or $8, what this will tell you is how much of a percentage it changed compared to the original. And we can figure that out. How much, you know, gas is normally $2.59 and it went up to $2.89. What percent of change is that? So that's basically what we're figuring out. So understand that if the new amount goes up and is higher than the original amount, it's a percent increase. If the new amount is less than the original amount, it's a percent decrease. So here's our formula that we'll use. And here's the first example. So a coat is on sale. The original price of the coat is $82. The sale price is $74.50. What is the discount expressed as a percent change? So, is the new price less or greater than the original? We know that the new price is smaller than this. So, since that's the case, it's going to be a decrease. And when it's a decrease, we want to take the original amount minus the new amount. So the original amount was $82 minus $74.50. When we do that, we get a difference of, what is that, $6, $8.50. Okay, so that's the amount that it went down. However, we are supposed to divide that by the original amount. Okay, so again, this part right here, amount increase or decrease, is one of these two. Okay, so since ours was decrease, we're going to put decrease divided by the original amount. Now the original amount was 82. So 8.5 divided by 82 equals, so this is the percent change, equals oh, I messed up. This isn't 850. This is 750. Okay, and then 750 divided by 82 gives us 0.09. Or, if you like it as a percentage, which is best for this case since it's asking for a percentage, a 9% change. So the sale price on the coat was basically 9% off. Okay. Try another one. The average monthly precipitation for Chicago, Illinois peaks in June at 4.1. The average monthly precipitation in December is 2.8. What is the percent decrease from June to December? So they tell us it's a decrease, But even if they just said, what's the percent change from June to December, we would know that June is 4.1, December is 2.8. Since the new one is less, that's a decrease. Okay, so the percent change is going to be the old one, which is 4.1. That's what it was in June, minus 2.8 divided by the original, which is 4.1. So 4.1 minus 2.8 gives us 1.3. And 1.3 divided by 4.1 gives us about 0.317. Now, when you're dealing with percentages, it's good to go to three percentage places, I should say. I'm going to change that. The book usually goes to just 2, so this would be approximately 0.32 or a 32% change. Okay, another one. A store buys an electric guitar for $295. The store then marks up the price, so that's already telling us that it's an increase, to $340. What is the markup expressed as a percent change? So how much did it change? So they're already telling us that it's an increase. So with an increase, if we go back a couple of slides, we're taking the new amount minus the original amount. The new amount is $340. The original amount is $295. We still divide it by the original, which is this. And we get 340 minus 295, so we get 45. 45 divided by 295 gives us approximately, 0.152, which is then approximately equal to 15%. So it was a 15%. It's doing it again. A 15% increase is what I was going to write. Let's see if I can get out of this. There's the mouse. Okay, so we're going to hop on to the next one. Hopefully this works better. In 1 year, the toll for passenger cars to use a tunnel rose from $3 to $3.50. What's the percent increase? So percent increase, we are looking at new price, $3.50, minus old price, $3, divided by the original price, which is $3. $3.50 minus 3 is 0.5, divided by 3 gives us 0.167, which is approximately 17% increase. That's an increase. And that's the gist of this. You're basically deciding whether or not it's an increase or a decrease. Always divide by the original, and that will give you always a percent. Now that percent test, you have to make sure that you state, is it an increase or a decrease? All right? Write down any questions that you have and take them to class.